They say down in the A is where the players play, but there was no sorts of playing for the Atlanta Falcons Sunday afternoon. It was straight business all 4 quarters. Not even a late comeback from the Dallas Cowboys could change the outcome in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 27-21 the final. The Atlanta Falcons edge out the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys are now 3-5 in the season. And there was a laundry list of why the Cowboys lost this football game, but ultimately it came down to the decision-making and the execution. I mean, you just look at these plays alone. The second quarter, Cowboys down 7-3 after putting together a somewhat of a good drive. 4th and 1, Cowboys call a jet sweep and lose some yardage. It resulted on a turnover on downs. Then you look at the third quarter, only down 14-10 and forced to punt. The Cowboys 38. And the Cowboys decide to fake the punt. It's an incompletion, and the Falcons get the ball on the Cowboys' 38-yard line. That's 4 turnover on downs, the most in a game since 2000. But even despite those mistakes, the 9 penalties, it was the miscommunication in the secondary, giving up big plays. There were opportunities for this Cowboys team to turn the game around, and it's another game where they came up short.
Well, I think it's a little bit of part of the story. I mean, we just had some self-inflicted wounds. I mean, we had, the fake punt was a matchup, John, that we felt strong about going into the game, so didn't convert that. But yeah, that's when it got to a 2-score, above a 2-score lead. So yeah, but we had plenty of opportunities after that, and we didn't win a game. I mean, I know what everybody wants to talk about. Long term, we have 5 losses, so I clearly understand where that puts us, as far as what it will take. But, we got to get the winning. We're making too many self-inflicted wounds, and the disappointing part about it is, some are repeated. The pre-snap penalties are totally unacceptable. We came in here, wanted to go no huddle or up tempo, turbo on the ball type things. And you see in the first series it was effective, and then I wish we'd have got more to it. But the only thing that really slowed us down was ourselves today.
Mike McCarthy keeping it short and sweet post-game, making sure to emphasize the self-inflicting wounds. Quite a few on the offensive side of the ball. Has this offense hit rock bottom, or do they still have some fight left? That's up next.
Dallas Cowboys Flashback, powered by Reliant, is brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys, and by Reliant, official energy provider of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys.
From the offensive line not being able to hold up against one of the NFL's worst pass rushing teams in the league, to Dak Prescott still lacking chemistry with his wide receivers, and this time it's not CeeDee Lamb in the mix. And then you add in the Dallas Cowboys battling injuries with CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. I mean, the Cowboys had to battle through a lot Sunday afternoon against the Falcons, but it was another game Dak Prescott was under stress because of this offensive line. They struggled to pick up on stunts. Dak was sacked 3 times. Pre-snap penalties got the best of them, and Tyler Guyton making up for 3 of the 9 penalties. Here's Zach Martin having a few words post-game.
We just try to do a better job. I mean, that's as straight up as I can answer as I can give you. That's our job, to keep the quarterback clean, and Dak was getting hit a lot tonight, and that's on us, right? That's something we can control up front, and we got to do a better job.
You've been in a situation where Dak went down, Cooper came in, and the team had success still. Can you rely on that? Can the team rely on the fact that Cooper's been there before and had success? Can that help a little bit if he's needed?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if Ford can be out there, that's obviously best case scenario. But obviously, Cooper's been here a long time. We got a ton of confidence in Cooper, and anytime he steps in there, he doesn't miss a beat. He's takes command of the huddle. He's very intelligent out there. And we got all the confidence in the world if he's got to go.
Did you know Dak was in a bad way when he stayed in there after that pass?
No, I didn't. Not until just right before the next drive, they came up and told BB to get snaps with Cooper, but no, I didn't.
You're a veteran in this room. What do you tell your teammates in terms of trying to keep their head up in a tough situation?
Yeah, we just got to get back to work. We got to quit beating ourselves, right? I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Atlanta. They're a good football team, and they did some good things against us tonight. But the stuff that we can control,
Pre-snap penalties.
yeah, all that, it just keeps popping up, and we just can't have that. Our margin of error is too little to do those type of things.
It's back to work for this offensive line, but with even those struggles, Dak Prescott still played well. 75% completion, 3 rushes for 30 yards and a touchdown, and no interceptions. But as far as receivers, no one able to step up aside from CeeDee Lamb, who visibly battled through a shoulder injury. And then you have Jake Ferguson. Too many drop passes, though, from those other pass catchers, and guys just not being able and being where they need to be. Let's go ahead and hear from Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb addressing the struggles and their injury updates Sunday postgame.
I can't put my finger on it, to be honest with you, and that's one of the most frustrating things about it is whether it's guys taking turns, whether it's us all not being on the same page, whether it's the cadence, the substitutions you said coming from the sideline, some very frustrating detailed matters and key part of the games that when you do that, you're not going to win. You're not going to win, especially not in this league against a good team. You're not going to win. So you just go back and look at those with the timing of those penalties when they were, and not surprised that this is the outcome of the game.
It hurts. No need to shortchange it. But that's no excuse for my performance. Quite honestly, I feel like I could have played better overall, and I'll be better.
How much did it limit you out there as the game went on?
I'm not going to put so much emphasis on it, quite honestly, as far as me catching the ball, because overall that's my job. But yeah, it definitely hurt, for sure.
Can you anticipate how it might affect you next week?
I'll be out there, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
I'll be playing.
This team in general right now and where it stands, what's your level of confidence in this team as you fall to 3-5?
My confidence will never be lost. Quite honestly, I always have belief. I know the work that we put in, and obviously we came up short again. But see y'all again next week in the division game.
I know your confidence, you said, won't be lost, but how much is it being tested just with this 3 games?
Losing, obviously, is always a testament to your ability to believe in this team, believe in, quite honestly, anything that you feel like you can accomplish. And as for me, I'm out there to battle, man. I'm not out here to just go out there and play whatever kind of game as far as for anybody. You know, I'm going out there to play for my guys, play for my boys, and hopefully come out with a win. Obviously, these last 3 weeks we've come up short, but still got 9 more games left.
You gotta love the fight and toughness from CeeDee Lamb. He's saying that he wants to be back and expecting to play this week, but that'll ultimately come down to the medical staff and the coaching staff confirming that. Only time will tell. But this was a game where so many things went wrong, but you cannot add the running game to this mix. Rico Dowdle as running back run 12 carries for 75 yards, 107 yards from scrimmage. Still things to unpack, though, here on Cowboys Flashback, but where did things go left? George Teague joins the show to break it all down.
This segment was brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
Mistakes on top of mistakes. It was the story again for the Dallas Cowboys, lost in Week 9 to the Atlanta Falcons. But where did it all start to get the best of this team? We got George Teague here to break it all down. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and run the play real quick.
It's 4-over-3. That's exactly what's happening. Cousins throws to the vacated spot, and Darnell Mooney can walk home for a touchdown.
4th and 3, the Atlanta Falcons convert. Big play there from Kirk Cousins to Darnell Mooney. But can we just talk about the bunch formation struggles that this defense has continued to have? We saw the 49ers have success. We saw the Lions have success. So many teams continue to have success against this defense. Where does it all go wrong for this Dallas Cowboys defense, specifically here on this play?
All right, let me tell you about this a little bit. It is a pet peeve and it bothers me a little bit. But let me explain to everybody what a bunch formation is first. You got three guys that are in the formation very close together, bunched up, okay? You got 4 guys, as the commentator said, over him. One of them is going to vacate. He is going to blitz. That leaves the others to have man-to-man like this, okay? Those are those guys. All right, so once this happens, you need to know that 1 and 2 should not be on the same playing level, right? That is a no-no. That is a no-no. Anytime you're in bunch, one guy has the right of way, and that is the number one the guy pressed up on the line of scrimmage, okay? So once you get this going, now it's going to be hard on Diggs, okay? Because this guy has a two-way route depending on how he tries to cover him. Does he go over the top or underneath? So we'll let it play out a little bit. And you'll see here that Diggs has to make a decision right now. Does he go underneath these guys or over the top? Instead, he kind of runs right into the back of Jordan Lewis, which should not happen. Because he has the right of way, he should let him have the freedom and figure out which way to go.
This also is on Jordan Lewis. As a veteran of this secondary, I mean, this is something that you should be communicating in formations like this, something you should already know. I mean, you have a 4th and 3 play that they convert for a touchdown. On the previous drive, they convert on a 4th and 4. I mean, this Atlanta Falcons team was 100% on 4th downs. That shows the lack of respect they had for this Dallas Cowboys defense. But when you talk about the bunch formations, how do you fix it?
All right, so this should be easy. Jordan Lewis, as you said, it really is this simple. We're standing right here next to each other. I see her out of the peripheral of my vision. I should be saying, Nicole, you need to back up. You need to back up because I have the right of way. But when you're so locked in and tuned in, I can get it sometime you're not paying attention, but it causes issues like this, and they go score touchdowns. So you just got to get on the same page. Know that the point man should be impressed. Everybody off. Should be a pretty easy fix.
Kirk Cousins had a day. He had 19 of 24 passes, completed 19 of 24 passes for 222 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's got to hurt hearing that. But no, we talked about the good thing, the bad things, the struggles that this defense had. We got some of the good things we have to highlight. That's up next here on Cowboys Flashback.
This segment was brought to you by Ashley, the official furniture store of the Dallas Cowboys.
It might have not been perfect for the Dallas Cowboys defense, but it was a step in the right direction, that performance on Sunday against the Falcons. They set the tone defensively, holding the Falcons from scoring points on their opening drive. It was the first time the Dallas Cowboys have stopped an opponent from scoring points on their opening drive. They went from allowing 462 yards and allowed just 310 Sunday. Again, not a number you want to see, but it was certainly an improvement there. The Cowboys hadn't recorded a takeaway since Pittsburgh in Week 5. Well, how about Donovan Wilson recovers the sack fumble forced by Carl Lawson? Well, the run defense also looked a little better, holding the Falcons to 100 yards on the ground total. Tackling improved a little bit in terms of taking better angles, but there were still some miscues in the secondary. It allowed some big plays, 2 turning them into touchdowns on the board. Took strides Sunday, but still ways to go for this defense.
We're kind of disappointed in ourselves, you know. I feel like we could have went out there and, you know, won that game. As far as the numbers-wise, it was about even. You know, they just had a few more plays in us, but came a little short.
We know that Jerry talked to the team afterwards. What did you make of this message, and how do you think it could help?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to help a lot, you know, just seeing it from his eyes. And, you know, everybody wants to win, you know, so we just got to just tap in and just everybody come together and just, you know, put some of these performances together and get some of these wins. We got an important game coming up this upcoming week, so we got to make sure we get it done.
How did your calf perform?
It was okay.
You made it through?
Yeah, I made it through.
Trayvon, you guys have had so much success here. When you have a 3-game losing streak, how hard is it just to keep the confidence going, and how important is it to keep the confidence?
Yeah, it's important to keep the confidence. You know, we got all the talent that we need on the team. We just got to, you know, just lock in and just keep thinking positive, you know, keep going about our work the right way, keep coming to practice and working hard, and just, you know, hopefully, you know, we gather some of these wins together. But, you know, everybody wants to win, you know, but tonight we came up short.
We did some really good things today sometimes, but, you know, like the past couple of weeks, you know, we haven't been able to finish the complete game. So, you know, right back to work, you know, get in the film, correct some things, and get ready for this next week.
As one of the leaders in this group, what's just your message to some of the younger guys? You guys have had a lot of people in rotation.
Opportunity waits, you know what I mean? Someone's got to step up, you know, whether it's me, whether it's you. Don't be looking for, you know, someone else to do it. You know, you be the guy. You step up. You do a little bit of extra. Make it happen.
Not the result that you wanted, but Jerry says there's still some positives to take away. What do you feel like when you look at this game? I know it's not the result you wanted, but can be taken into the next game.
there's just obviously some really good individual efforts out there today. We can go down the list, but as a collective, like I said, it's about fixing things, but just taking those individual efforts, the heart about it, the things we do well, and play free. I feel like when you get down like this, how we are down, it's easy to get tense and get uptight, and one thing trickles it down to another, where it's like we're doing some good things. Obviously we haven't been able to get it done the last couple of weeks. Let's redirect our focus and get back to it.
Eric Kendricks hitting it on the nail there. They're looking to redirect their focus. Hopefully they do that this week. But we're wrapping things up next here on Cowboys Flashback. Where does this loss, though, leave this Cowboys team mentally and physically? That's up next.
To watch more Dallas Cowboys content on your connected TV, download the Cowboys Now app on Amazon Fire, Roku, and Apple TV. Dallas Cowboys Flashback, powered by Reliant, was brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys, and by Reliant, an NRG company.
27-21, the Dallas Cowboys fall in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and it left so much more frustrations here in Dallas, specifically though for Jerry Jones, Cowboys owner, after that loss. He spoke to the media addressing everything from the current state of the team to what he could possibly do heading into the trade deadline. Here's what he had to say post-game.
All right, guys, I'll take questions here, obviously, but I'm just got to say this. We came in here thinking we could win that ball game. That's a team that we could beat. It's obvious mistakes, those kinds of things against any team in the NFL can do you in. This is not a good time. I really regret this for all of our Dallas Cowboy fans. I will tell you this, that I've been around. I've seen Michael Irvin tear up and cry when he couldn't lose anybody because he's just recovering from knee surgery. Yet his ass came back and led a team to 3 Super Bowls. I know you can be there if you're there. That room's full of guys that can get it done. I believe in them, coaches and all. Thank you.
Jerry, do you have any update on Dak and the severity of his injury?
No, the hand issue is not an issue. Told him that. We have no way of ascertaining how much that ham, it's a high one, but other than that, I don't know where it is.
What do you attribute to a lot of these pre-snap penalties and the discipline issues that you're seeing?
Well, I attribute the loss to that. That'll take the air out of you when it's too close for that in the NFL between the teams. It's just too close, and you can't do it, especially do it a lot. And I was proud of the way the guys competed out there. A lot of the guys really proud of them. Like the way that running back played the game tonight. Give him some love because he played hard and he played good.
Jerry, why is it just so emotional for you right now?
Excuse me?
Why are you so emotional about it?
Well, I would just say this. That room lives this stuff. We live it. We all live it. And I really regret it to be having the season that we're having for our fans. And I have seen too many times, though, when this thing gets to look dark, I've seen the positive jump up there and go from there. So personally, I'm a long way from being dismayed about our team, about this year. Not dismayed. I'm concerned. We should be concerned. We'll probably do a couple of things this week of note, but if things work out the way we'd like for them to. But bottom line is that if you knew exactly what to do, then this wouldn't be the game it is in the NFL. Those guys out there are there to make Atlanta look as good and win those ball games, and we are too, and we're just short of it.
Jerry Jones post-game also going into the locker room, having a conversation with the team. Never something you want to see, but shows how invested and how frustrated he is. But Dallas has now lost its third straight loss, having lost 3 straight since it carried a 4-game losing streak in Mike McCarthy's first season in 2020. But these 5 losses now equal the Cowboys' total in each of the last 3 seasons, and it's not going to get easy to try to turn things around. They have the Eagles, who are second in the NFC East, who are like nothing better than to add more fuel to the fire. Then the Texans, who lead the AFC South. Then you have Washington Commanders, who are playing their best ball under Dan Quinn. Who will the Cowboys get at the end of the trade deadline? Will they rise to the challenge? So much going to be fun. Grab your popcorn, Cowboys.